Okay, we're sitting here on Monday, Tuesday, in a wonderful, not a virtual gathering. Look at this. Volvo's put on a fantastic show, yeah? Because they're launching the new truck range. The widest truck range in the world was launched, and it was launched in South Africa as a virtual event in April this year, all the different models. We've just been through it, and there's some fantastic new features. But what I have is a few questions, because although the features of the truck, we're also going to start looking at the pricing and the financing of the truck. And I have the Managing Director of Volvo Financial Services in front of me, Mr. Paul Ace. Paul, thanks very much for giving us the time. That's the logo in the back. Paul, we're talking about an incredible range of trucks. Described it as a nicer space rocket inside there, needs driver training, of course, but we're also talking about a high price. Now, a few operators have said to me, these trucks are fantastic, the new trucks coming on the market, but at over 2 million rand, plus you put the trailer on, plus you put the load on, and then you haul in 3 million rand. But just to buy the truck tractor and the trailer, is the price of trucks defining a new customer base? Is it only for, let's call it the rich, the established? And there's not many rich. The margins in transport today, they reckon 3% is a good margin. So how's it looking? Are people buying the trucks, or is the price narrowing down the market potential?
Patrick, we haven't seen a drop in the requests or applications coming through yet. We're definitely seeing a bit of a pickup on the used vehicle market. So we're starting to see a trend like in old days where guys, the new entrants seem to be buying the used trucks and then growing themselves into the new ones. But as you rightfully say, the more established guys are sort of used to the price now. I think we're all getting used to new prices on cars, on houses. I think if we look back 5-10 years ago, everything was a lot cheaper. So we haven't really seen the effect coming through on the price on purchasing from customers or even requests for finance.
Well, that's a huge relief, because it seems there is a perception there that his price is going to price you out the market. I remember when Freightliner came in with the first 1 million rand truck. The rand-dollar exchange was a mess, and they thought that's the end of Freightliner. It wasn't. They got used to the price. But the features are just fantastic, because you've got to offset price against productivity. So we really are looking here at total cost of ownership. Are we not, Paul? That is the equation. That's critical to any financial component.
As you rightfully say, I think a lot of our customers are getting more educated on the total cost of ownership. They're not just looking at the price of the truck anymore. They're looking at the total value of the truck. Features, as you rightfully said, the end value or the RV value of a vehicle. When we sell the vehicle again, you now see these vehicles lasting far longer than used in the past, and there's definitely a second and third life to these vehicles. So the guys are definitely looking at the total cost of ownership, yes, throughout the life cycle.
The newcomer into the market. You are Volvo Financial Services. Are you getting applications from newcomers into the market who see transport as a good opportunity? I always say most people see big truck, big money. They don't see big truck, big risk, big cost. Are you getting a lot of application from newcomers, or do you deal with that segment at all, or that traditional banks?
We've had some applications from new entrants, but it's those guys tend to start with a used vehicle first. Again, as you rightfully say, the barrier of entry on a new vehicle, 3 million, is around about a truck with a side tipper now, side tipper combination. So you can start, if you look at a decent second-hand vehicle with a trailer, you're probably looking at about 1 million, 1.2 million for a combination. So the capital expenditure for a new entrant is a lot less. And if they have 3 million to spend, they obviously can look at 2 or 3 vehicles, which just gives them the economics of scale to get going. But yeah, most of our applications are from established operators. From anything from about 6 to 8 trucks and up. We're seeing more of those applications coming through, and the banks luckily are also financing. We're seeing quite an active finance sector at this stage. Nobody's withdrawn. In the past, we always had that issue, but there's quite a lot of competition in the finance sector at this stage to support the industry.
Okay. And you do finance used trucks?
Yes, we do.
Just to get that in the claim. Paul, one last question. We've been through a torrid time in COVID, and of course this has had a little bit of a cherry on the top through the unrest, which really wiped out some transport companies, put them back a lot. but through the COVID, did you stand by the customers in terms of alternate financing arrangements, and particularly now with a lot of companies are looking for Sastria payouts and haven't got them yet. You yourself had 6 trucks burnt, brand new FHs in the depot in Durban. Have you found you've been able to accommodate transporters who have suffered both throughout COVID lockdowns and recent unrest?
We actually haven't seen as many customers as we would think applying for assistance after the unrest. We obviously did about 80% of our book we assisted through COVID. So that was quite a hectic scenario. I mean, my guys were working 12, 14 hours a day, but we weren't doing new business. We were assisting customers. And we're still seeing that effect of COVID on the bus sector. I mean, I think we underestimate the impact that COVID's had on the bus industry. I think that's something you could go cover, but now the guys are taking strain on the bus industry. Most of our customers are coming out of the arrangements we've had with them through COVID.
Okay. Well, I said last question, but I've got to ask one more. We've got lousy politics in this country, and there's not much business confidence. There's a lot of uncertainty in the country going ahead. Land expropriation, without compensation, the politics, the corruption, etc., etc. What's your view on the future? You said to me earlier on that you've got great confidence in the youth of the future. How do you see it? You've been around a long time. How do you see it?
I knew you were going to put me on the spot with this one, but yeah, I'm one of those people that's positive. I believe that you're looking at our youth. Youngsters don't seem to carry the burden of our past as much as we do, the older guys. And there's quality. I mean, the quality of the youngsters coming through university, coming into the workplace. You know, I think we've got a bright future if we can just get a couple of things right. And I'm one of those people that preach to all the business guys not to leave. I mean, let's rather stick around and contribute. And like I said, our company also contributes. As we spoke earlier, we've got quite a heavy investment in the country, and it's nice working for a company that keeps investing.
Wonderful. Well, I think that's all good news, Paul. That's a really great news interview. There's no, the perception of people battling at those prices. You say they sort of, there is that segment there. I thought it would have narrowed down the customer base at those prices, but no, that's fantastic news. So they're accepting the price and the new technology, which if we look at that picture in the background there, that's in the Karoo, long roads, driver fatigue. Look at that. I don't know, it's solid lines. So the lane limiter is very important there. If you just look at that picture, Paul, have a look there.
The truck's made to drive on those roads.
The truck?
The truck is made to drive on those roads.
Absolutely. And so it's all good news, and I wish you best of luck with your new range. I know it's been around. I wish you all the best with your new range. I know it's been around since April, but you're having a lot of customers and all, and you're taking this around the country. That's amazing. Fantastic. Paul, all the best of luck with the sales in the future, and may your company grow from strength to strength, and let's get this economy growing.
Thanks, mate.
God bless you and thank you.